Meeting of the Maryville Town Council is called to order. Invocation by Father Mike Maginot from St. Stephen's Martyr Church. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Almighty and Heavenly Father, refreshed from our various celebrations this past weekend for the birthday of our country, we are filled with much thanksgiving for the blessings which you have bestowed upon us as a people under you, as we strive to always reflect that true and proper freedom to do your will. We also are very much aware of the many difficulties that exist both here and abroad, especially those that involve children and young people. We pray especially for a timely resolution to these problems, and especially for your guidance to be upon the members of this council this evening as they deliberate the various concerns for our community, that they may always be done for the greatest good of our citizenship. And we ask this and all things in your name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Mr. Spires.
I thought there was. I was up. Councilman Span?
Here.
Councilman Hardaway? Here. Councilman Gorelchak?
Present.
Councilman Barron?
Here.
Woman Barron, excuse me. Councilman Pettit?
Here.
Councilman Whiting?
Here.
Councilwoman Miano?
Here, 7 present. We do not have any petitions, communications, or remonstrations, so we will move to the consent agenda. Accounts payable register voucher approval July 8th, 2014, and approval of Town Council meeting minutes of June 24th, 2014.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Councilman Pettit, seconded by Councilman Hardaway. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion approved, 7-0. Going to standing committees, Budget and Finance, Councilman Gorelchak.
Yes, we're going to start the budget cycle for the year of 2015. So I asked all the department heads if they haven't already got all their budget estimates in for 2015, that they are due on Wednesday, July 23rd, so we can move along with this process here. That's all in my report.
Thank you. Public Works, Councilman Pettit.
Yes, Madam President. Obviously, with the recent storms, we are going through the town one more time this week with a curbside branch pickup. This will only be one time. Should be stressed, I guess, to Chaz and what we're videotaping, Craig, that they need to put them out at the curb. This is your one opportunity. So hopefully everyone has gotten those out there over the long holiday weekend, and we will make that one time pass through town. They continue to pave, correct, Mr. Spires, throughout town with the paving program?
Yeah, when it's not raining.
When it's not raining.
This morning we woke up and it was raining again, but they're out there working, doing curb work and paving.
Okay. Other than that, I have nothing else under Public Works right now, Madam President.
Anyone else under Public Works? I have something. Monday night after the second wave of the storm came through, Mr. Spires gave me a call roughly around 11:45 that night, and he informed me that they were going to have to take the trucks out to literally clear Madison to make a pass through there. 5:30 in the morning, I went out and I went through my ward, and I could not believe the devastation that the residents of Turkey Creek endured. It was like a war zone. I could not get through some of those streets because of the trees and also the downed power lines. The street department did an extraordinary job. A special thanks to Rich Gandera from Public Works. I had a little bit of a problem yesterday. I didn't have a problem. One of my residents did. He came out, he took care of the problem. The resident called me in the evening and just praised Public Works. Another gentleman gave me a call this afternoon, and he was telling me he is the unofficial spokesperson for part of Turkey Creek. And he too praised our public works. And he told me anyone that says these guys are bad and they don't work, he says they're either nuts or they got holes in their head, and that's a quote from him. It was just a phenomenal job what they did and what they continue to do. The last person on the street over by me, the power was resumed on July 4th. Again, Public Works, NIPSCO, Geno Electric from Missouri came in. We had people coming in from Ohio. They did a phenomenal job. But that's all I have to say. Council Affairs. Yes.
Madam President, they also got all that Turkey Creek done today.
Yes, they did.
didn't they?
Yes, they did. They were telling me the times they came in and the times they left. And yes, a phenomenal job. Phenomenal. Council Affairs.
No
Council.
report.
Personnel Policy and Employee Benefits.
No report.
Public Safety, Councilman Whiting.
No report.
Parks and Recreation, Councilman Span.
We had a visit to Lincoln Park Zoo for the bus ride and everything. That went pretty well. I was praying they didn't get rain, though.
No, it was an enjoyable day. No rain.
Okay. Great. It was pretty nice out there.
I have a question. Have we got the press release from Tagi yet about the outreach meeting that we're going to have?
Yep, I have that.
Okay, can we make sure that we get it to the press sooner than later or whatever? And we need to start talking with the groups that are in town, the football and the baseball and the soccer, and make sure that they attend those meetings. At least, I'd like to have at least 3 people from each group to get their input.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Anything else under Parks and Recreation? Environmental Affairs, Councilman Geralchek.
I have no report, but I will defer to Matt Lake.
Yeah, we're focused on Taney Ditch right now, where they're clearing and snagging. We had to kind of divert our attention to Madison Ditch and the Meadowdale lateral behind 53rd Court as a result of the storms and the downed trees. Also pertaining to 53rd Court, right there is located our only stormwater lift station that we have, and we're looking to upgrade that. We got specifications from Metropolitan Industries, and we're looking forward to upgrading that lift station to protect those homes in that area. I'm also finalizing a grant report for the DNR for our reimbursement for an urban waters grant, which is an EPA pilot study for riparian zone plantings. And we actually were meeting, we had met with Enbridge for Line 6B. They're doing restoration work right now for their infrastructure replacement. And there's a swale behind 61st and Waite Street. And for a while we've been trying to get this swale installed, and they had done that within their easement. So that's something that is a positive progress within that vicinity to help drain that area so those homes are protected better.
I got a comment on the swell. This is it's much bigger and wider than before. And believe me, Gus is rolling over. He's calling every day, and I says, Gus, Matt's going to have a picture for you. I'm going to take him this picture.
Very good.
It's worth 1,000 words.
Yes, to him it
Make
is.
that Marine happy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matt.
Hey, no problem.
Great job, baby.
Can you get in touch with the county that ditch that runs under Grants, under 56th Avenue, where they got the gates at?
Mm-hmm.
The gate on the north side needs to be secured. I don't know what they did to it. It's always been locked. We always locked it purposely.
Okay.
And I rode through there this morning, I think, and I saw that it was open. So we need to keep that locked so that nobody
Wanders through there. Yeah.
And somebody puts them down in there.
Yeah. Okay. I'll get a hold of them tomorrow and have them lock that up.
Right. Just have them lock.
Yeah.
Have them lock it back up, and then tell them they need to weed whack around all those gates too.
Okay.
That's the one on 54th Avenue and the one on 56th Avenue and 57th Avenue.
Okay.
They need to weed whack all of those.
Okay.
Okay, anything else on their environmental affairs? Moving on to elections and public relations, I have to say we had a great parade. We had a lot of people standing alongside Broadway. We had quite a bit of entries. We had over 52 entries. Again, I'm going to say thanks to the Street Department of Public Works, because these gentlemen marked where the cars were going to be. They lined up the parade and they got everybody moving. So again, thank you. Want to remind everyone of George Brogie's yard sale. Sell your stuff August 9th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's going to be at the Boyd Homestead at 1500 East 73rd Avenue in Maryville. Donate $20 for a 10 by 10 foot space. Cash or checks made payable to INLHA. The money will be donated to the Indiana Lincoln Highway Association and the Maryville Preservation Commission. Farmers Market. The Farmers Market will be Sunday from 12 to 3 in our town parking lot. I hope to have some backyard gardeners come and take care of it. National Nights Out will be in August 5th in our town hall parking lot. The hours are tentatively set from 5 to 8, and that is my report. Economic Development, Councilman Goralczyk.
I have no report. And what time did you say on August 5th, madam?
August 5th,
5 days.
5 to 8.
5 days.
Yes, sir. Okay, moving on. Utility Liaisons, Councilwoman Barron.
Well, with the CAP program started up, that's good that it's going. And now that, knowing that the electronic drop-off site is going to get up and get going with the press release coming out pretty soon, that makes me pretty happy too. That's all I have.
Thank you. Anyone else on the Utility Liaisons? I just want to comment regarding NIPSCO and Townsend Tree Service. The company GE Electric from Missouri and men from Ohio, they did a remarkable job restoring the power. The last homes were back on Friday, July 4th. I received a letter from a gentleman in Turkey Creek. He did send this to the Post-Tribune hoping it will be printed, and he asked me to read it, so I will quickly read it. I witnessed a well-orchestrated and perfectly organized event on Wednesday, July 2nd, 2014, and of all places, in my own backyard. The stars of the event were NIPSCO and their tree trimming partner, Townsend. During the storm on Monday night, we had a 24-inch diameter, about a 40-foot pine tree fell across our utility shed and onto the NIPSCO power lines. On the radio, I heard we had 85-mile-an-hour straight line winds. The power had been off for a couple hours already when the tree fell during the second storm that came through. When I went out at daybreak on Tuesday, I was shocked at all the damage. At 4:30 a.m. Wednesday, a NIPSCO man came down the easement with a very bright flashlight looking for the source of the problem that was preventing the power from being restored. I think he was probably expecting to find a branch shorting out the lines. That's what has happened before. When he saw our tree down across the lines, he says, "Holy moly, that's not a branch, it's a whole tree." Later that morning, NIPSCO and Townsend workers started showing up. At one point, we had 9 trucks parked along our short street. They surveyed the damage and went to work. From that point on until about 7:45 p.m. that evening, I witnessed an amazing event of teamwork. As soon as the tree trimmers were out of the way, the old pole was removed and a new one installed and trimmed out with insulators, transformers, and so on. When the pole was ready, the power lines were there, already pre-cut to the proper length by the line crew who were preparing for the next phase. That wire was strung up and tightened up. While they were doing this, others were pulling the house feeds to the pole for reinstallation. And still others, the Townsend tree trimmers and NIPSCO workers worked continually doing the easement, down the easement, making ready for the next phase. It was a well-oiled machine. Every worker knew their responsibility and were doing it. My hat is off to the NIPSCO construction crew who organized this. I am truly grateful for those who serve us so well in times of trouble. They work long hours away from their families to bring us back to normalcy. All I can say is, thank you for a job well done. Continue to work safe and keep us going. Godspeed. Deacon Malcolm Lunsford, 6721 Harrison Court. When I spoke to a NIPSCO representative, she informed me that there was 150 broken poles, miles of downed wires, and the contractors came out of the states of Ohio and Missouri. NIPSCO in our area runs from Munster to Goshen, Indiana. and there was well over 121,000 power outages. So they did a tremendous job, according to Malcolm Lunsford. I have nothing under town government reorganization. Under ADA compliances, I received, when my power got back on, I was receiving several calls from people that needed electricity. They had to be on nebulizers, which is a breathing machine. They also had to be on oxygen concentrators. They were unable to charge their cell phone. I offer them to come to the town hall as we had power. And through senior services in the clerk treasurer's office, Mr. Guernsey, they were able to come in, do their breathing treatments, and charge their cell phone. And that is all I have. Abandoned properties, Councilman Hardaway.
Thank you, Madam President. I've received some abandoned homes from Ward 1, Ward 4, and the grass cutting list. I think there's about 34 properties that are on there. Councilman Geralcheck gave me 21, I think. 21. Councilman Span gave me a couple, but his pencil ran out of lead. He's gonna go back and sharpen and give me some more. So and so I appeal to the rest of you guys that if you have any, because once we right now the Jean's on vacation and the lady from Fifth Third Bank's on vacation. We had a conversation with Fifth Third Bank. Fifth Third Bank is very interested in helping us in this endeavor. And we just she's going to bring in her marketing people to figure out how we're going to market this thing and what we need to do. One of my suggestions was to, like identify people that would be interested in buying these homes, pre-qualify them for the loans so that when they go out to the auction, they already know how much money they have available to them, and all they have to do is just bid on it, and hopefully they'll get it.
Very good.
So we want to continue to pursue this, and as soon as I get something from you guys, we'll give it to Kathy. Kathy will go and find out exactly the disposition of those homes so that we can, when we start sending out letters to either banks or either homeowners, people that still own them, then we'll make sure that everything's going to be free and clear. And we don't want to go after something that somebody's going to come back to us 6 months from now and say, hey, you guys didn't send me a letter, and if you did, it went to the wrong place. So we want to make sure that all of our I's are dotted, our T's are crossed as we pursue this thing. Before we start the really heavy legwork, or as Sean would say, the heavy lifting in this thing. So let's get me the information, and we're going to get started on this.
What constitutes an abandoned house, Rich?
Abandoned home is something that's, it all depends on where it's at. Some of them have been abandoned for 4 or 5 years.
Well, if it's got a for sale sign.
If it's got a for sale sign, then it's technically not abandoned.
Right.
Unless it's been for sale for like 5 years, for a lot of years. And I've got those. That's where you go by there and you see a for sale sign and the house is empty. And then you go by there and you see no for sale sign, and then you go back 6 months later, you see a for sale sign again. Mm-hmm. So these are the types of homes that we need to, send something to somebody and just say that, hey, you guys got this. What are your intentions? Because at some point they're going to become raccoon infested or possum infested, and then one of the things that the bank is looking for, because the banks want a list so that they can ride through these neighborhoods and see what's feasible and what's not feasible. There's no sense in trying to put money into something that that people are not going to be able to live in. And so that's why I'm willing to work closely with them to say that these are good homes and, these aren't good homes. And the ones that aren't good homes, then we need to either pursue the people that are owning them and trying to and not maintaining them, or then we need to look at demolishing them, and go from there. Because council person Miano told me today that vacant lot over on about 54th in Delaware, they were looking to give that to us, and fortunately they were able to give it to the guy next door to them. And it serves two purposes. it takes us out of the picture, and it also gets it back on the tax rolls. So the guys will have to pay taxes on that vacant lot. So we appreciate it. We don't care how they do it, as long as we're starting to recoup some of the taxes from it. I think that's first and foremost on our plan. Thank you.
Very good. Before I move on to ordinances, I had a young gentleman, the same gentleman who painted those signs of the town. He did an oil painting, and that will hang there.
Oh,
His name is Devontae Mosby, and he is autistic, and he is a very talented
He is talented.
young man.
he was in the parade. I saw him. He could throw some candy.
Yes, he was.
Wish he'd worked for me.
Okay, moving on to ordinances. Ordinance 1422, an ordinance of the Town of Maryville, Lake County, Indiana, appropriating additional monies within the police donation fund of the Town of Maryville, Lake County, Indiana for the year 2014, not included in the current budget, for a total of $35,000.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Whiting, seconded by Councilman Pettit. Roll call, Mr. Spires.
Councilman Span,
Yes.
Councilman Hardaway, Councilman Geralchuk,
Yes.
Councilwoman Barron,
Aye.
Councilman Pettit,
Yes.
Councilman Whiting,
Aye.
Councilwoman Miata.
Yes, motion approved, 7-0. Second reading, ordinance 14-21. An ordinance of the Town of Maryville, Lake County, Indiana, appropriating additional monies within the Parks Non-Reverting Fund of the Town of Maryville, Lake County, Indiana, for the year 2014, not included in the current budget, for a total of $8,000.
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Span, seconded by Councilman Pettit. We have any public comment? Any public comment? Any public comment? Not hearing any public comment. Roll call, Mr. Spires.
Councilman Span,
Yes.
Councilman Hardaway, Councilman Geralchuk,
Yes.
Councilwoman Barron,
Aye.
Go ahead and complete the roll call.
Yes. Complete the
Okay.
roll call, please.
okay. Councilman Pettit,
Yes.
Councilman Whiting.
Aye.
Councilwoman Miata.
Yes, motion approved, 7-0. We have a lady in the audience who wishes to comment? Yes. Please come up to the mic, please, and state your name and your address.
This is for the parks.
This is just for this ordinance.
Public comment,
That will
Johan,
come
that
at the
comes
end.
later. That will come later.
She's waiting for public comment.
Right.
See, we can tell it's your first one.
Moving on to resolutions. Resolution 14-22, a bond resolution of the Town of Maryville Redevelopment Commission approving the issuance of certain Town of Maryville Redevelopment District Special Taxing District bonds and other related matters for the purpose of raising money for certain redevelopment projects, together with expenses incidental thereto, including all expenses incurred in connection with or on account of the issuance of the bond.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Pettit, seconded by Councilman Geralchuk. Roll call, Mr. Spires.
Councilman Span,
Yes.
Councilman Hardaway,
Yep.
Councilman Geralchuk,
Yes.
Councilwoman Barron,
Aye.
Councilman Pettit,
Yes.
Councilman Whiting,
Aye.
Councilwoman Miata.
Yes, motion approved, 7-0. Resolution 1424, a resolution of the Town of Maryville, Lake County, Indiana, authorizing the repayment of a temporary loan retroactive to June 27th, 2014, for a decrease in a GO bond debt service of $54,000 and the Maryville Road TIF debt service increase of $54,000. No change.
So moved.
Second.
Second for discussion.
Motion by Councilman Span, seconded by Councilman Hardaway. Yes, Councilman Pettit, for discussion.
Yes, Madam President. Jumping ahead on the agenda, if you folks will look at 1425. 1424 takes $54,000 out of the 2004 GO debt service. Increases Maryville Road TIF debt service by $54,000. The next resolution decreases Maryville Road TIF service by $54,000 and increases the 2004 GO bond debt service by $54,000. That's why I didn't major in accounting, Bruce. Anybody want to explain that to me?
Didn't come from me.
I know
can't
it
tell
didn't, and unfortunately,
Do we need to table this?
I don't know. Mr. Buscemi, any
It
insight?
appears, based on the
Am I
comment,
wrong, or is it?
no, your Councilman Pettit, your point is well taken. It appears that 1424, which you have before you, you haven't acted on it yet, would shift 54,000 to the Maryville TIF debt service line from the 2004 GO bond debt service line, and it appears that 1425 would take that same amount of money and put it right back. The net effect of adopting both, as
Is
presented, is to do nothing. So until we determine what action is needed by the council, perhaps it would be best to table both 1424 and 1425.
Madam President, motion to table 1424 and 1425.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Pettit, seconded by Councilman Hardaway, to table both resolutions 14-24 and 14-25. Moving on. Oh, I'm sorry. Roll call. Mr. Spires on this.
Councilman Span,
Yes.
Councilman Hardaway, Councilman Gralchuk,
Yes.
Councilwoman Barron,
Aye.
Councilman Pettit,
Yes.
Councilman Whiting,
Aye.
Councilwoman Miano.
Yes, approved 7-0 for table. Moving on to resolution 1426.
No. I'm sorry.
A resolution of the Town of Maryville, Lake County, Indiana, transferring monies of the 2014 budget within certain categories in the general fund for a decrease of $28,000 and an increase of $28,000. No change.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Pettit, seconded by Councilman Hardaway. Roll call. Mr. Spires.
Councilman Span,
Yes.
Councilman Hardaway,
Yeah.
Councilman Gralchuk,
Yes.
Councilwoman Barron,
Aye.
Councilman Pettit,
Yes.
Councilman Whiting,
Aye.
Councilwoman Miano.
Yes, motion approved 7-0. Resolution 1428, a resolution of the Town of Maryville, Lake County, Indiana, transferring monies of the 2014 budget within certain categories in the Police Property Seizure Fund, a decrease of $10,000 to an increase of $10,000. No change.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Pettit, seconded by Councilman Span. Roll call. Mr. Spires?
Councilman Span,
Yes.
Councilman Hardaway,
Yes.
Councilman Gralchuk,
Yes.
Councilwoman Barron,
Aye.
Councilman Pettit,
Yes.
Councilman Whiting,
Yes.
Councilwoman Miano.
Yes, motion approved 7-0. Seeing no BZA actions, do we have any old business?
Madam President, just briefly, Matt has been kind enough to be working with NDOT, and ironically, not to be a fortune teller, but Dorinda sent me a text message one Saturday morning that unfortunately we did have a car go in the ditch right across from Dairy Queen, as I unfortunately had predicted. I hope, Dorinda, that no one was seriously injured. Matt's got emails going out to the folks at NDOT, and hopefully Karen and Chaz are going to enlighten the state of Indiana for the need to get those guardrails put in there as quickly as possible. I know, Matt, you sent cross sections of the engineering plans, right? Okay, so hopefully we can get that resolved and we won't have another one of those.
I'd like to add on a little bit. This is a little different. This is Grant Street, 55th. I got several calls about how active stormwater was with their trucks, and the guys were out there working their, I'm going to say, butts off, and they did a great job. People called me. They were very happy. And thanks, Matt. Thanks a lot. I was very impressed with those phone calls.
I got one thing to add to that, because I was out there watching clean up, and some guy comes through in a truck, It just goes straight through there while he's out there trying to clean out the drainage. You know, I think that, you know, even if it's going to inconvenience people, we got to barricade those streets and stop people from traveling down them. This guy's out there, him and his crew are going through, he's got hip boots on, and the water is up over his knees. And here comes some guy, just because he's in a truck, he just plows right through there. You know, and I'm sitting there watching this guy, and I'm thinking, you know, how...
We've seen them run through the horses.
Well, but at least they're going to get some damage if they run through the horses. But, you know, the worst thing that could happen, they could have, you know, this guy could have got hit, or they could have splashed him with water or whatever, and it was unnecessary, and he was just trying to get to 57th Avenue. There's other ways to get to 57th.
I agree with you. I have to agree with that.
I just think that, I thought that was very inconsiderate.
Shouldn't be at risk while you're working.
We just need to close off those streets, Bruce. Especially, when we have rain right there, 56th Avenue, 56th and Grant, that it's going to flood. And so when it happens, we just send Public Works out, put horses up, or Matt put horses up until they get the problem rectified.
That's fine. We've done that before. You know.
That should be the policy.
Sometimes Grant Street's been closed 10 hours until the water finally goes down because the ditch goes down.
Otherwise, one of these times somebody's going to get hit by a car.
That's not a
problem. It's going to be unnecessary.
Can't believe they're flying by them. That's crazy.
Exactly.
Okay, anything under new business?
I got two things, Madam President. I should have did it under public safety, that we acknowledge the family of Officer Westerfield and Gary that got shot.
I'm so skilled.
I think that our hearts and prayers go out to that family. And then also, Chief, I'd like to thank you guys for what you did Saturday. The funeral for those two drowning victims came through the town, down Broadway, and our police department intercepted them when they got to our town limits and escorted them all the way to probably Cherryville's town limits. Great job, Chief. Thank you. Thank you.
Very good.
Madam President, I have one item, and Bruce, I don't know if you've gotten this notice as well, or you got invited to this, and I do apologize to our colleagues and friends at Ameriplex, and I hope I'm not scooping them to Chaz and Karen, but it appears that the Academic Learning Center has been vacant out at Ameriplex at the Crossroads. And I have been invited to go to a luncheon on Friday, July 21st at 11:30. It appears that two entities are going to be taking over that Academic Learning Center. The Ivy Tech Health Services Group and School and the new Michiana Hematology Oncology Cancer Care Center appear to be moving in there. Bruce, I don't know if you've gotten any kind of notice from our friend Greg Napier at the Purdue Foundation that that went through. We had heard rumor that Ivy Tech was possibly looking at buying the Academic Learning Center building. The incubator is still operating at Crossroads, but the school, Purdue, had moved out, and they were looking for a tenant. So that is good news that that's a large two-story building at the Ameriplex at the Crossroads. Someone will be in there shortly. So I don't know, Bruce, have you heard anything about that?
I got the same.
Did you? From the Forum, Northwest Indiana Forum?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, nothing else under new business? Now we move to public comment. Please come up and state your name and address, please.
My name is Muriel Bates, and I live at 2921 West 63rd Place in the town of Maryville. I've been a resident here for over 20 years, and I'm here because in early May, the town of Maryville, I understand, hired Ryan Construction to do some work in our subdivision. That company came out, they dug a hole on one side of Taney Place, and it's my understanding that they were putting in some safety measures for handicapped people. So they dug a hole on one side and they put caution tape all around it. On the other side, they came back a few days later and they piled a bunch of rocks this high, almost directly across from this other area, and they didn't secure it. They put no caution tapes. They put nothing there. There were no cones. There was nothing. When I left home, it was in the day. When I came back, it was night. Now, this gravel is gray, almost the color of your street. So I hit it. At that time, I contacted the town of Maryville. I also called the police department and had them to do an incident report, and I did take a picture. I went and got an estimate for my car, and I was given the name of Ryan Construction Company, and I was trying to contact them about this incident. I must have made I don't know how many calls, and they never responded. They never called me. They never did anything. After reporting it to the town of Maryville, when I came home that very evening, they put cautions up about this high, 2 of them, around the area. I was not the only person that hit that. I noted, and I wasn't sure that I could really say that that's what happened, but across the street from this, someone's mailbox had been hit and knocked over. So like I said, I couldn't say that was a part of, what was going on there. But in speaking to some of the neighbors, the children did see where someone did hit the mailbox because they couldn't go around this big pile of rocks. So now this is going into July. And Ryan Construction Company has done nothing. They asked me to turn it over to my insurance company, which I really didn't want to do it. I just wanted them to go on and take care and take responsibility for what they had created. But to this day, I have not received a check. I have a very nice car. I want my car fixed. Now, many of the people came out and looked at it, and, they were in agreement that they were negligent. And if they're coming into our community and they've been given contracts and they're creating situations that are unsafe for the residents, then I think their contracts need to be looked at. He refused to call me. He had workers out one day, and I went down and asked if he was the owner of the company, and the man got very smart with me. So I want to have my car fixed. It's been over a month. There's no need for them not to have taking care of what needs to be taken care of, and that's why I'm here this evening.
Very good. Can you wait a little bit after the meeting and we can get some information? We're sorry about that, ma'am. Anyone else under public comment? Public comment? Going on to announcements, the Plan Commission Workshop, July 15th at 6:30 p.m., Environmental Resource Committee meeting, July 17th at 2:00 p.m., the next Town Council meeting, July 22nd at 6:30 p.m., and the Board of Zoning Appeals meeting, July 23rd at 6:30 p.m. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Meeting adjourned.